All righty. Let me pull up these questions while we get this thing started here, guys. Okie dokie. Feel free to chat your LinkedIn profiles or whatever you use, your TikTok handles, maybe. I don't know. You guys actually TikToking yourselves? Sam, Ethan, Mike? I know you have to. You're obligated to.
Yeah, have to have it on my phone.
You guys actually TikTok for yourself, Ethan, Sam?
I don't. You
Yeah.
guys?
I don't do a personal one. We have one for the business, and so I've been known to make a TikTok or two in the past.
Yeah, I had one. I did one for partner programs, our business, and it was good actually. Like we got a lot of views. We actually got some agencies joining our community from it and stuff. But then I started buying stuff. I started getting hooked, and I ended up buying like a bunch of stuff that I should never have bought. And, like mushroom something, and like these shoes that are just ridiculous and stupid. And then I had to delete my account because it was becoming a problem. Unfortunately,
It works too well.
It works way too well. I've never bought anything from like an Instagram post, never bought anything from Facebook, never bought anything from a LinkedIn ad, but like literally a week into TikTok, I bought my first thing ever from a social ad. It was, and I barely even knew I did it. It was just like, okay, well, that was done. Anyways, that's why we're here though, because it works. And, we should figure out how to make it work for our businesses here and our clients. But let's do intros. Sam, you're right next to me, so let's meet you first. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, everyone. I'm Sam. I head up our partner program at Agidol. Work closely with Ethan, was at Exclusive Concepts before Agidol, and we rebranded as of December. So coming up on almost 4 years.
Awesome. And you guys are acquainted with Ethan and EK Creative. Ethan, why don't you do your intro now?
Yeah, we're a part of the Agidol family, and it's been an amazing ride joining in June of last year. I myself am the founder at EK Creative and a partner at Agidol, and really driving social commerce and live shopping for the team. My background before this is all in audience development, e-commerce, media buying, content creation. And so with the launch of TikTok Shop, we've been able to partner with the amazing people there, Mike included on the ad side, and seeing the platform really develop since the early days. We were actually testing it in August of 2022. So it goes back, got a lot of history, but really amazing to see the growth.
Yeah, as of late. So, Mike, what's going on, man? Who are you? What do you do? Why are you here?
Yeah, a lot going on over here at TikTok. So I'm an agency partner manager at TikTok. I'm based in LA, and I've been working with Ethan for a while now. So I partner with agencies mostly on the advertising front of the business, and I support them in all different ways. I can help them optimize their ad campaigns and work directly with their clients. We get chances to join events like this and do joint agency webinars and give them a little taste of our alphas and betas and brand new products that are coming down the line. And Ethan and the EK Creative team, they're an early adopter of a whole bunch of products, one of them being TikTok Shop. And right now they're a shining star example of a TikTok Shop partner. So they do an amazing job of working the ad platform as well as the seller center is what our TikTok Shop platform is called. And they work together to create shop ads and shoppable live streams. And they've been having some really amazing results. We're making case studies based off what they do. And it's been quite the ride. So glad to be a part of this.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for joining. It's definitely important to have someone from TikTok represented at the TikTok Partner Traction event. Yeah, this is great. So I'm Alex, but I'm not important in this. I'm just here to ask questions. If you're new to Partner Tracks, the idea of this event and this day is we want to get a lay of the land in this first session, what's going on with agencies and TikTok, what you should know, who you should look to get in contact with over at TikTok, what links to go to, yes, but really what's selling, what's working, what are agencies like Agidol and EK Creative looking forward to doing more of and doubling down on and staying away from, so we can give you those insider tips more than anything and get you acquainted with the right places to go if you want to move forward in the TikTok program. And then we'll go into 3 partner tracks, what you should be setting up and selling on top of TikTok, some interesting new revenue streams. And then we'll go into a final session for going to market with these partners. How do you make revenue? How do you make profit? How do you make leads happen from relationships within the TikTok ecosystem? So we'll learn about that. But we got some great questions for these folks, experts in their domains and the right people to answer these questions. So we'll start with Ethan. Pretty open-ended one, but what's most exciting aspect of social advertising for your agency right now? What's really getting you excited and getting your clients excited?
Yeah, so appreciate it. Great question. There's a lot I could kind of talk about. There's some things that really within the past week we've been super bullish on. So Mike and I need to connect around these product shopping ads. They are crushing it for us right now. So we were able to get a few of our clients on the early beta test for this. Really, kind of just let's see what happens type of thing. There were some ad credits, new product. And now I think it's gone public as of around a week or 2 ago. And we are rolling this out on every account that we can because the results that we're seeing are pretty spectacular. What we love about this too is these are specifically a little bit less content dependent than some of the other advertising types like shopping ad, shoppable video, or live shopping ads, both of which we're still very, very excited about. But I would say most recently, we are most excited as an agency around these product shopping ads and the way they function. And it's just been seeing some pretty amazing results for our team. And then secondly, I would say live shopping. So live shopping across the board, we're seeing a lot of success with. We are seeing clients want to double down on this. We recently went live with a fashion and apparel client with their second live stream. We were able to do 20K. And it's been pretty amazing to see that. And now they're coming back to us like, we want to be live 6 hours a day. And at first that sounds a little crazy, but you think about it, you would never have a retail storefront and not have a salesperson there, right? And the way that the platform is so engaging, people are always on it. It makes sense to have someone on these live streams 6 to 8 hours a day. So those would be the 2 things that as an agency, we're really excited about heading into Q2.
Perfect. And Sam, comment on any of that, but snowball that into what's working for Agile. What's Agile doing? What are the conversations around TikTok changes, optimization, stuff that you guys are doubling down on related?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ethan put it perfectly. He's worked really closely with our Agile team in terms of using TikTok as a new paid advertising channel for clients that haven't tested it out before. For any of our clients in the beauty space, in the apparel, kind of in that CPG lens space, I think that it's a great opportunity for our clients to kind of get in that TikTok game if they haven't already. Seeing the growth of some of our boutiques and the way that they've been able to adopt it and kind of get on the advertising quickly here and kind of grow has just showed that there needs to be more adoption of it. And that's where we look to Ethan and Mike to help us with that.
Yeah, perfect segue. Mike, the question we have for you are what are some of the ways the TikTok partnership team can enable the agencies like EK and Agitel to help support those services? So you're posting some links about that, but what are some of the mandates you have? What are some of the ways that you're working with Ethan specifically, maybe?
Yeah, and in a moment here, I'll post the agency guidebook. It's sort of how to get started as an official TikTok agency partner. And once you're partnered with my team here, you get an official representative like myself, who is an expert in all things to do with TikTok ads. And then you've got an inside man over here at TikTok where we can pull in resources from all the other teams, just depending on what your clients are focused on and what their needs are. We can jump onto calls and do, like I said, joint agency webinars, joint pitches with your clients, so we can help you drive new business. And then I think a big piece of our value add, just being an agency partner, is getting on those betas and alphas. They typically come with some kind of incentive. You get ad credit, or it could even be cash rewards. And you just get a chance to get onto products and test them out before the general public even is aware of it yet. And it gives you a big upper hand. And your clients, being an agency and having that ability to give them like really impactful new products that nobody else has access to. It's a nice competitive advantage, and it's been working for sure. Like Ethan said, they were using those product shopping ads probably over a month ago. They were one of the first ones to test them out, and what they are is just a direct connection to your client's catalog. So if they have a Shopify store, it just starts delivering the catalog images like dynamic product ads. So you don't even have to make creatives for those. So it's a really easy lift, and they start showing up on the TikTok Shop tab and the search page. So yeah, it's a great example of getting ahead of the game there. And one of the only ways to do it is to become an agency partner.
I love what you mentioned about getting on calls. I think that's just an understated or just overlooked kind of incentive on the partner program. If you bring someone from TikTok to a sales call with a big brand or, a potential client that you're really pushing, that goes a long way. I know that goes a long way with other programs. I'm sure it's no different with TikTok, especially with TikTok. When there's so much like, feel close to these social platforms like we do some of our products. We've got an account executive and a customer success manager, but we don't have a customer success manager at TikTok, right? But if you're in the partner program, you at least maybe have someone that you can bring onto a call and say, yeah, we're here to support you and your growth. And, Mike's here to answer any questions about TikTok. Sam, comment on that.
An extension of your marketing team.
Exactly. And Sam or Ethan, if you have any like quick anecdotes or comments on like maybe something that happened between TikTok being involved in the sale, we'd love to hear that. And side note, we have a podcast where we talk about this. So Mike, if you want to be on the podcast with Ethan or Sam or both of you to talk about a story, we bring these stories together. It's called How They Did It. It's a cool podcast, but I'll put links later. But Sam, as a partnership manager at a very big, renowned, now acquiring other agencies, Agitel, what are some of the things that you try to do to track the actual effects or results of partnerships? What do you do?
Yeah, I think when you look at partnerships as a whole, each partnership values success and looks at goals a different way. So I think initially starting that partnership off and understanding what's important to them. Obviously, revenue generation is a huge piece of it, and if not the main focus, but that can be a couple different ways. If it's net new clients, if it's current client revenue growth on that paid advertising channel, or just using a new piece of technology that's going to help with client retention and just helping them grow overall. So I think it's a couple different ways of looking at it that way. And then tracking it internally, we have our own reports that we use to look at different partners and the kind of referrals or co-marketing activities that we've done and what the opportunities have generated from that. But the other piece is all these different partners also have their own partner portals. So being able to get in there and have not only myself have access to that and resources, but also have any of our own internal subject matter experts have access to that to go and, hey, if we have a one-off question about a piece of technology that we need help with, or like we kind of mentioned of having someone like Mike on a call with a client and say, these are all the different things that you could take advantage of when trying out this new paid advertising channel or this new technology. I think all of that with then adding in like ongoing collaboration and innovation. The innovation piece is huge. We want to stay out ahead of the curve with any of the new changes and ad types coming out or technologies that's going to help our clients kind of exceed their competition in their space. So I think all of that goes into it. A lot of different pillars there, but a lot of different things to look at.
I love it. And Ethan, if you have any comments on that, but the question back to you is the service changes that you are planning to go to market with in the coming future. Any changes to what you're offering besides just, optimization stuff, but any big changes?
Yeah, definitely. And I would just chime in on a few of that. I think like as an agency, we would not be here without our partners. I mean, when I was first building the agency, even before TikTok Shop, Comments Sold, I think was a huge partner for ours. I think the way we've been able to grow is really through the strength of our partners. So I would encourage everyone to really lean into those channels. And now working with Mike and the TikTok Shop team, I mean, it's been impactful for us just to get opportunities and test out these new things. It's how we maintain a competitive advantage. And I would also say with a new platform like TikTok Shop specifically, there's things that pop up that we have that inside sort of path to information where I can't imagine dealing with some of the things that we've seen without being able to go directly to TikTok and get that support. And I think that's such a value add for our clients too. When it comes to big service changes on our end, and apologies, my dog's freaking out a little bit, on our end, specifically for Q2. So this is one thing that we think is going to be increasingly an opportunity for more and more sellers. It's the shop tab. So for us, we're looking at the shop tab. We see the search volume. There's been some new features coming out from TikTok around optimizing the videos you post for search, obviously hashtags, product descriptions, product imagery, all these things kind of feed back into really your rank within the platform. And so for us, we're actually developing a suite of services around shop tab optimization, how to optimize the product feeds that are going into TikTok Shop and make sure that if you're searching for certain things that your products show up there. And we think that's going to be another growing piece of the way to monetize TikTok. When we look across the board, affiliate and creator was obviously a huge thing that a lot of agencies have been seeing success with. Shoppable video, I think, is something that is still a lot of agencies and a lot of brands are still kind of cracking the code on. We've been able to see a lot of results there. Live shopping, obviously huge loyalty play, huge engagement strategy, awareness, right? But we think that shop tab is going to be an increasing portion of the revenue that you're able to generate for clients, and a bit more passive too, and kind of think about Google Shopping ads or Amazon Marketplace listings and being able to be at the top there.
Killer. I was putting in chat any links, Antonio, Mike, perfect. Gotcha. Yeah. So if you're not familiar with Shop Tab, if you're watching this later, look down, but check out the comment section. But Mike, comment on that, and then we have an open-ended conversation coming. But Mike, comment on Shop Tab, anything you've seen, anything you want to mention that Ethan may not have.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how quickly the engagement has grown on the Shop Tab. And it's simply because there was already a shift as of last year where a lot of TikTok users are coming to the platform first to make a search. They want to find out more about a product that they're interested in. If they're looking to make a vacation or destination or restaurant, instead of going and opening up Google, they don't even open the browser. They just look at their phone and check TikTok because they want to see more of like a behind the scenes. They want to hear from the creators that they follow, and they want to get that real opinion. It just feels like a more genuine, authentic opinion on what they're looking for. And that really translated easily into the Shop Tab because you can hop on there and search for any product that you could possibly find on an e-commerce site. And it ties into the creators that are showing you the products. You could watch videos and you can shop directly off the screen. So it really was a pretty easy logic to go from this to Shop Tab, and it's starting to really work out. People are getting more used to the process there and hopping onto the app and using the shoppable features.
What does Shopify think of that? Do they like it?
We do have that direct integration with Shopify, but I have been wondering about that. Like, how long are we gonna have that?
We have Shopify partner tracks next in a couple of months, so I have to bring it up and see what's going on there. But yeah, Ethan, Sam, if you have any comments on that, what your clients, I don't sell e-commerce services, obviously, but if you're trying to move clients' budget around and they've got all this investment into Shopify store, BigCommerce, or whatever store they use, and you're telling them, no, we can get it all done in TikTok now. We don't have to. What are some of the things that go on in those conversations? Just genuinely curious. It's not one of our questions, but
yeah, no, it's a great question. I kind of look at it like a 1 = 3 type of thing, because the changes that you can make to rank higher in the Shop Tab are also going to help maybe any residual traffic that you're seeing on your D2C store, right? So it's like, we look at when we onboard a new client, their product descriptions and their imagery, right? We look at it historically. We've always looked at it on their site, right? We call it a shopping experience audit. Now within TikTok, if you're making those same optimizations and they're feeding over through a Shopify integration or a third-party data feed provider, those are going to have like a lift on both. You're going to see better conversion rates on your site, and you're going to see better rankings within the Shop Tab, because people shop in different ways, right? You want to be able to increase your presence on both. So I say they go hand in hand.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think a brand's going to ever say they don't need a store and we're just going to do all TikTok. Maybe that's actually happening. I don't know, Mike, but yeah, the store is going to stay there. I think who may lose are, you know, the products that you've implemented onto the Shopify store may not get as much, you know, usage and attention, and the value may go down a little bit. And there's some things that you'd have to, you know, strategically adjust or just be aware of. But all in all, revenue is the key and revenue is the goal. So whatever's moving that needle, I think clients will be super excited about. So Sam, since we haven't heard from you in a little bit, suggestions to agencies to get more out of partners and the ecosystems that they're in. You could be in TikTok, maybe you're deep into Klaviyo or Shopify or whatever.
Mhm.
What are some of the things you're doing to really move the partnerships needle? Just make sure you're getting ROI from partnerships.
Yeah. So with Agile growing so rapidly and with acquisition of different agencies, we have such different groups coming in, offering new services, new subject matters that maybe aren't aware of partnerships that we have or wanting to get more out of it and be able to present those opportunities to our clients. So the biggest piece right now is training, lunch and learn sessions with these groups that really want to understand what these partners are offering. Ultimately, then getting the most out of the services that we're providing. So for instance, if we're looking for something to help with client retention, customer retention, we know that we work with Yapo. We love their product suite. We know it also, they've got a great TikTok integration with reviews that's helping kind of combine a couple different service offerings there, you know, tying SMS, email, all that stuff together. With someone, you know, like a Klaviyo and our other partnerships, it's really just continuing to make sure, hopefully you can't hear that in the background. Sorry. Got some floor cleaners going on here all of a sudden. But I think just, you know, the training, the continuous awareness of product updates and stuff like that. And then I think leadership buy-in and being transparent on communication and where the partnership stands. I think, you know, there can be a lot of partnerships out there that are like, we just want leads back and forth. And that's really all we're looking for is that referral. And I think if you look at partnerships and you go into a level of trust and saying like, this is where Agile is growing, and we're looking for a partnership that is going to be growing and looking for innovative ways to help our clients' revenue growth, that's the number one piece, number one focus for us. So I think if you approach each of your partnerships that way, there's a ton of room for success there.
Yeah, and we're going to be going into deeper dive specific strategy in the last session. So if you are genuinely interested in putting together an operationalized system for partnerships, you meet someone over lunch and learn or a call or at an event or something like that. What is the next 3 months? What does that look like? We're going to do that at the end of the day. But to your point, I think the important thing, especially in e-commerce, because there's 5,000 tools for every point solution out there, 5,000 point solutions for every need on the store right now, it seems. I mean, the Shopify app store is just enormous. So it's really important for you not to be the agency that's confusing your clients and trying to drag them in a bunch of different directions. You've got your core tech stack that's all well integrated, and you've done multiple implementations of each one of those solutions. You've got a partner manager, you got a customer success manager, you've got a bunch of content to support what you've done, whether that's case studies or just, you know, co-marketing content, just to say like we've been in business together, like trust us as a group, as a stack, and other agencies involved in that too. And I want Ethan for a few minutes here, if you want to talk towards the relationship between agency to agency partnerships, which is a big part of this, right? We want to have our tech stack and we want to implement and grow and do all that, but we're not going to be the best at everything, and we shouldn't try to be. So you have buckets to fill with referrals, and sometimes there's white label relationships in that. So Ethan, I want your experience now that you've been acquired. You've got a very close relationship with Agitel, of course, but maybe it started as just a white label referral. Maybe you were doing projects together, but that comment on that and any agency to agency stuff.
Yeah, great question again. So like the ecosystem, I mean, before we were acquired, there would be instances where we were white labeling for even other TikTok shop partners, right? Like we have a background, you know, for the past 5 years in ads management. And so, you know, another TikTok shop partner might be really good at live shopping or really good at shoppable video, and they know the importance of ads. So even though we do those things too, they bring us in, right? At the same time, some of these largest agencies that you see, knowing other founders, right? They're constantly outsourcing, and they're constantly working with maybe 2 or 3 smaller agencies in a white label setup to help them with boots on the ground and take advantage of what those specialty agencies can bring to the table. And we've been a part of those situations as well. With Sam and Agile, it's been really amazing because like our background was all in social commerce, paid social, email. But their background, I mean, is not solely, but heavily like Google search, marketplace, feeds, Amazon, et cetera. Those are things historically our team has not done a good job with. And when we tried to do them, right, we've seen those areas for improvement. And so coming in now, we actually, even within our business unit, we have cross-team pods that deliver on those for our clients. So you can keep the same account manager, growth strategist, or EMS, whatever you refer to it as, because that person knows the brand, they have the relationship with you, but then you can bring in the specialty, right, specialist to help actually deliver. And we've seen just a 180 in terms of the results and the client satisfaction when we started partnering more with internal Agile teams.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, we work with a bunch of agencies that do this at scale. We work with like Hawk Media and Power Digital. Those guys are doing a lot of this too, where in a couple of sense, if I was a small agency, and we just did a podcast about this, where it was a single person shop, this guy that was leaving a big GSI and starting his own shop, right? He was doing email marketing and some stuff like that. The first thing he did was reach out to agencies in the same space doing email marketing stuff that were, 20 to 50 employees. He reached out to all of them, formed project contracts with all of them. This is my fee. This is what I do. I'm happy to come on to calls. The guy was just so articulate, smart, and value add to the project. They started bringing him on to sales calls instead of keeping him in the dark and just selling the service to their clients and not telling their clients that it was John over here that was doing the service. They started bringing him into the sale, into the calls, and into support. And now he's got these really creative referral, co-marketing, co-selling contracts with all these top agencies in his space. And now he's hiring his first employees and growing that way. And he didn't do any content marketing, any direct sales outreach. He just went straight to the agencies, sold himself to them, and now he's getting this projects flowing. And he did it relatively quickly too. So think about that. If you're a very small agency trying to grow quickly, reach out. Maybe Agitel. What do you do, Sam? I mean, if I was an agency like EK, how do you look at me, and what do you do with us?
Yeah, I mean, there are a variety of agencies, even from one, obviously working with Ethan and his team because they are the TikTok experts, and we need that help on that side. But even from let's say a development and design perspective, we have a variety of different brands that are looking for help that maybe another agency is only focused on that. And there's a good swap of services there to be able to help them. It's a really custom blog build or something like that we want them to help with. And then, we can help on the SEO optimization and stuff like that. So there's always room for partnership there. I'm always willing to keep eyes open for that.
And just because you just did it, but what's going on with the acquisition side? Are you guys always looking to acquire? I mean, are you looking for anything specific right now in case there's agencies listening that may want to get under the umbrella?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me, send me a message, send Ethan a message, and we'll hear you out.
Are you guys okay? Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. A lot of agencies ask us about it, and we don't really have an answer for them. So yeah, if you're looking to maybe get acquired, reach out to Sam. Guys, we are done with this session. Any final CTAs? Mike, we haven't heard from you in a while. I know you posted all the links, which we'll have, but any final CTAs from you, Mike, first, and then we'll go into the next session.
Yeah, I would just say to everyone, take advantage of this moment. It's all eyes on TikTok right now, so you might as well get your brand out there. We're seeing some amazing results. There's all kinds of really helpful tools that have been coming out to make it easy for you. And I saw that Ethan posted all these results he got on those product shopping ads, and that is not a fluke. They've been seeing these double-digit numbers on ROAS. They've been getting really incredible results. And yeah, make sure you reach out to Agile, because now that EK Creative is part of their team, they're a force to be reckoned with on TikTok, and they're one of our best partners. They're going to be able to help you guys too. So
Yeah,
Don't sleep on this.
all press is good press with TikTok right now. So ride the wave, get in there. Guys, Sam, Ethan, thank you guys for coming. Great stuff. We got the recording, of course, but I hope everyone enjoyed this. And we're going into 3 partner tracks so you can actually meet some partners to grow with and how they're going to support your growth and all that stuff. Thank you, guys. Take care. We'll see you in the next session.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.